Prepare for battle.
Sponge. The next label play. The next label play. The next label play.
Why, thank you.
Total sponge.
We saw how it worked out in game one, John. They did pull off the victory, and Whitemon is definitely playing with fire by not hitting this Roshan. And maybe there's just a pattern to it. Of course, we haven't figured out why he does it yet, John. Just sometimes does it. Generally speaking, I don't know what the win rate is on when he does do it. A wild guess and say that he wins more than he loses once he's done it. So it just sounds better for the story if I say that, John. It doesn't sound very good if he doesn't win when he hits the Roshan. Thanks, John.
Celebrate in the mad moonlight.
The battle begins.
I gambled, you lost.
It's a very, very tough lane here for this clock. I mean, once you put the cogs up, it can be a bit easier, right? Because you have the cogs, you can kind of push the enemy away a little bit, and that might allow you to save Raven if he does get disrupted. But overall, it's a very ugly laning situation here for DJ. I'm very curious to see how he does deal with it. Of course, over to the mid lane, we do see Moon up against Karl. The Moon last time around did dominate the lane, but ended up losing the game. This time around, up against the Doom, it can be argued that it is much harder to win the lane outright, as the Doom doesn't really lose lanes because of Devour. So there should be a much more even kind of matchup between these two. I'm curious to see what kind of itemization Moon goes for, but I assume he will probably opt for the Axe Rush, as we are used to seeing, even with the nerfs that did come out recently. Only time will tell, though, I suppose. Uh-oh. DJ, top lane, is definitely dead. Xepter will be the one to take the kill. Raven is going to try and dish out some damage back to KuKu. He does get quite a bit off, but they're going to be very happy with that first blood. While that was happening down at bot lane, Jabz got very, very low. Was able to just get himself out of there. Or I say that JaCkys jump back in and have the damage output. Does at least force the Icarus dive out from Jabz, and it looks like Jabz is just going to make the run back towards the fountain.
I can't let you have that.
Great. Back out of mid, as expected, very, very even between these two. Nothing to really see here. I mean, props to Moon, though. He's getting a lot of denies off on this Snapfire. Gotta be careful, though. He's taking a fair bit of damage out from Karl, and of course, Karl with that ice armor now is not gonna feel too threatened here by Moon. As you can just see, he's taking literally no damage. He's able to just walk away, and Moon can't really auto-attack this Doom up. We'll go back in for the range creep as well. Jabz and Whitemon trading, and so was Xepter and DJ, but DJ blocks the path there with the cogs. Unfortunately for Fnatic though, Karl is still going to get very lucky, and he's going to get the bot power rune for himself on the Doom. Even after all that kind of setting up for the power rune, it just doesn't work out Fnatic's way. It's luck of the draw, I suppose. It's Mern. A lot of damage out on Karl, but he just won't die with this Devour passive regen on top. I suppose it's a very quiet game though between these two. Uh-oh. Yeah, KuKu's in trouble, but Xepter's going to be there with the disruption. Even without that disruption, I'm not sure it would have been enough damage output on KuKu anyway. It's you just can't really hope for many kills up this top lane. Still DJ forcing back the Slaughter. Xepter does manage to take away the bounty, but it may have cost him his own life. He's gonna make a run. The battery sold is there though from DJ, and that'll mean that Xepter is indeed gonna die. Eventually DJ is going to make the rotation into the Radiant Triangle. He does manage to take the bounty rune back the way of Fnatic. That he does. He's going to find that one, but Karl is going to commit a Doom straight off the bat. Whitemon is going to be there as well with the vines out. Jabz, however, nice body blocks to make sure they can't keep up, but they are still dishing out some damage. That Scorched Earth out won't be quite enough now. Moon, after that initial Doom, will look to turn back around. They're looking down Whitemon on that Treant. Body him out, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to keep up. And nothing comes out of it. I suppose for Fnatic you did get Doom wasted, so it's going to feel nice. But that's pretty much it. They do. KuKu actually very low, but not low enough to die. Survives on about 40 HP through those kisses, and well, he has some tangos. He has a double braces up, so he could really just wait for the passive regen, but he's not going to bother. He will just make the way back down towards the fountain, and of course, it wouldn't be KuKu if he didn't give the tip over to the Snapfire, who did miss out on the kill.
You won't escape. No, Mortimer, it's not playtime. And not that sort, anyhow.
They are. Karl, he's getting low. Disruption is going to be out onto Jabz, and Xepter is doing a great job thus far. They just aren't able to get kills on anyone because Xepter is always getting disruptions off. And that's going to be another kind of opportunity that just kind of goes down the toilet there for Fnatic. So they weren't able to secure this big Doom kill that they wanted. I suppose on the brighter side, it is buying a bit of space here for Raven. But you also run into that same problem we had last game for Fnatic, where JaCkky is still having a very, very free time. And by the way, John Masaros, he is trying to push down the Meteor Hammer Dragon Knight.
Don't underestimate the power of feet.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, they are eventually going to get it. Whitemon, he has some help coming in. No points in the living armor right now. Cogs are going to be out from DJ to push him back, but another Meteor Hammer should take care of that tier 1 tower. And it looks like beside a tier 1, well, they're going to get a deny off at least. But DJ is going to be fine to get out of there. And everyone else from Fnatic is also going to successfully just back out. And I suppose, yeah, you'd probably say that is a very successful kind of time here for Fnatic. So T1, they get nothing out of that bot lane.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A soldier's fortune.
Absolutely. Still trying to get the job done. So they are slowly starting to set up here, T1, to go after this top tier 1 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jabz is going to be there to try and defend this as the Phoenix. Well, Fnatic, they've smoked up. They're going to rotate through their own jungle. Back up towards the top lane, but yeah, the scan does come out. T1 going to successfully back off. In fact, they'll go for a counter smoke now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't think JaCky should really come along though, right? Like he's got a lane to farm. He's getting very close to that Battle Fury timing. So he doesn't really need to try and join his team to fight right now. And quite frankly, they don't really need him. But DJ, smoke will break, DJ.
Dire's
The rocket
middle
flare
tower
out, and
is
Karl
under
is
attack.
not going to be able to keep up with the clockwork. Both going to be fine. The hook shot is back in from DJ onto Whitemon. Gets the Nature's Grasp out into the Leech Seed, but Whitemon is taking a fair bit of damage and he will go down. Now Jabz in with the Icarus Dive and the Egg. Mortimer's Kisses to fly in and the Haunt being committed. They want so much out of this. They are going to be able to stun up KuKu and they will get the Slaughter into Xepter now on the Shadow Demon. He was on the side of the Roshan pit and he will be the third to die. Fnatic, a very, very nice team fight for them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Raven got very low on that jungle. Thought we might miss a kill there, but not quite. Everything's fine. Top tier 1 eventually going to be taken out. Jabz still around to try and defend. He's going to go for an Icarus Dive away, and of course you can just Sunray off the map.
Dire's top
No
tower
problem.
has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower
As far as
is
Phoenix
under
goes,
attack.
that's probably never going to be fixed. It's a feature now. We'll just leave it at that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
That's a bug for some reason. Oh, JaCky could be in big, big trouble, but no, what a backstep! No, it wasn't. That was just dumb luck from JaCkky. Complete luck out, and poor DJ, he just walks off like, I can't believe this guy just had to click backwards one time when I went for a hook.
Yes.
You'd imagine he does it ASAP. Battle Fury also coming out now on the PA, so JaCkky's going to skyrocket and farm again. Raven, of course, is very, very dead set on just making sure that he keeps the farm up. Doing a great job of it, just in the Ancients, just in his triangle, just continuing with this farm. However, down the bot lane, they have smoked up, and Karl does commit that Doom straight away. Now with the overgrowth out, that means that Moon is set to die. Can they get a deny off on him? Masaros won't even try for it. He'll try to run himself, but now a Horn comes out. Perhaps in the mid lane, it looks like they have caught out KuKu, but he's on the river. He can easily just try and run away. Icarus dive and egg is going to be committed by Jabz, but that egg might just be set to die unless he can get it off in time, but he cannot.
Fortune.
And it's always the biggest bait trying to chase Slaughter on the river. It just never works out in the other team's favor.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
They're going
fortified.
to still give it a crack. Nature's Grasp is there onto the creeps. Zephyr, the Shadow Poison, really going to just delete this creep wave, but Masaros is not done yet. He continues. KuKu, however, now going to TP in. He can just frontline for the team. They'll stun him up with a cookie out and a meteor hammer and a hook shot and a sun ray being thrown out. KuKu's copping everything, but disruption is going to be there. The kiss is still going, however. They will finally take him down, but they might lose DJ in response. He's gone to the purge damage. Zephyr getting a little bit greedy moving forward, but it won't matter. They still get the kill, and the tier 1 tower will remain standing. As Moon does come back for a cheeky little cookie. It won't work out. They'll heal it back up. By the way, John, did you point out Ethereal Blade on Moon? Yeah. Ethereal Blade. Have you seen the shards? It does even more damage when you get the shards, John, and it stuns for 1.5 seconds. Of course. Uh-oh.
Dire are scanning.
This is...
Don't worry, Mortimer, I'm still here.
It's like the perfect hero for Whitemon, because you can imagine him laughing the whole time. As he's just spamming living armor on this this tower, just laughing manically at the fact that they're never going to get through it. Moon has to cookie up the high ground, but he's been perched up. This will force the rotation out from Jabz. Now DJ going for a quick hook shot in onto KuKu. They love the Slaughter dead, and with the Haunt in, they should be able to get him. Even committing the Mortimer's Kisses, they might even get Whitemon, that pesky tree and protector, trying to run, but he is going to die. Gonna pick that kill up, and maybe now they can commit for this tier 1 mid tower. Masaros jumping in has found Zephyr with the meteor hammer to drop. They find another.
Is under attack.
Fnatic getting a 3-for-0 trade, and the tier 1 mid is going to feel very good for them. It is. Oh, he gets it at the right time, but Masaros is going to be there with the stun out. They've got so much damage there. JaCkY's still going to be able to just pounce away. Moon did not have the damage output. DJ's going to hook shot in, but JaCkY just won't die. He'll jump back in. They take down Moon. Now the stun out. Who have they found there? It's going to be Masaros on the DK, and JaCkY will take the kill. And usually a very quiet JaCkY makes the nightmare noises, John.
Are fortified.
That is going to be a bit of a nightmare for Fnatic, as they committed so much.
Dire's middle tower.
They got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Well, we can't play the songs on Twitch right now, John. I've got to do something to entertain the viewers.
Your shine has fallen into the rain.
No, you can't. On to Jabz. Jabz gonna go for an Icarus dive away into the Sun Ray. JaCkY, meanwhile, kills DJ somehow. The egg's gonna be forced out, but this is a bit disastrous. Does he even get there in time? It looks like he just made Jabz. He gets the egg off. Karl, he committed a BKB for this. That may be a real problem for him, as now he just has to keep running on towards Fnatic. But it won't matter, because they control him up. They'll take him out. And that actually ends up being a really nice play from Jabz.
At Thunder's fortune.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
KuKu. Yeah, they're going after Moon. They got the main target there. Still, Overgrowth's going to come out as well. Here comes JaCkY on the PA, but Moon has gone. In fact, goes for more. Has he? JaCkY just jumps in and takes him out. On to Masaros. This DK, he looks tanky, but he really is not that tanky. Not when you have that much minus armor there from JaCkY and KuKu. Those are two core pickoffs. A 9k net worth lead now for T1. And the Ethereal Blade from Moon, I mean, it's a good concept, but so far it's not really working out in his favor.
Incoming!
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, this is very problematic now. Fnatic, DJ gonna run into the smoke, but he's gonna have to pay for it for the team. He'll tank the gank. Some more. Jabz gonna hide in the tree line for now, and he is gonna be safe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Raven will be a big one. He is gonna back off at the exact right time. But the tier 2 mid tower cannot back off, John, and has to stand its ground.
Dire's middle tower.
With this Desolator up on JaCkY, it really is not going to take too long if they do commit. T1, they're just kind of running in circles, trying to find a target to go on. JaCkY says, that's not creeps I'm hitting, that's a tower. We'll go back for the creeps now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They jumped in, Masaros in with the stun. Meteor Hammer is going to be cancelled. No, it's not. It's going to drop. JaCkY, however, going after Moon, is by himself right now. His BKB is set to wear off soon. DJ, meanwhile, going to hook shot in onto KuKu on that slider. He's a bit of a sitting duck. They'll just surround him and take him out.
The abyss.
Meanwhile, Masaros, he was trying to go for a bit more, but he could not find a target. And one thing's for sure, John, every time Raven does get involved in these team fights for Fnatic, it does seem to work out in their favor. So perhaps that's kind of the idea here, is just waiting out the Spectre until Raven is ready to go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That it is.
Dire's
T1, they're gonna go
top
for another
tower is
smoke
under
up.
attack.
JaCkY's not with them this time around. It's only a 4-man
Radiant
smoke, and they're gonna
are
run into
scanning.
Moon. Scan out, they know exactly where they are. Maybe they're going to the back lines here. KuKu just on the river.
Dire
Fnatic just
are
holding the high
scanning.
ground, knowing they could come from any moment or any way. The bounty will be taken. KuKu is going to back out straight afterwards. Seems like that's all they wanted to get the bounty rune advantage. Karl will be able to get the other ones up at the top lane. Speaking of Karl as well, John, once he has that Ags up, it's going to be a lot harder for Masaros and Raven to survive. The damage output is kind of insane once you have that that Aghanim Xepter Infernal Blade. Oh, right. Oh. Oh, good. Oh, that's right. They put the whole level down thing in as well, right?
Pick it up, Mortimer.
Love to see it. Yeah. Yeah. For any of the young kids out there, John, we actually had to do math when we played Doom back in Dota 1. I was very good with my times tables, John. Very, very good. JaCkY, or Masaros gets the jump in on the PA first. Meanwhile, to the north, KuKu trying to spot out a target. It looks like they do really want that DK first. Karl still rushing in with the Doom, but JaCkY jumps in and just shreds the DK apart. Raven is going to just haunt in. Back after Zephyr. Zephyr's fine so far. A massive Mortimer's Kiss is coming in, but they've lost DJ. Raven trying to chase down Karl, but he has a BKB up, and he's going to be just fine. They bought back on Masaros for this. It does not really pan out, however. It's still a 2-for-1. They only found the Shadow Demon. Masaros doesn't want to die back like this, but the Corrosive Haze is going to come out. They are a bit preemptive in their jump, just thinking about it. Very cautious stuff. So they just kind of fought. Oh, that's a quick Roshan. They forced the back, and Roshan is a 7-second timer. And Whitemon, he feels it in his bones, or maybe he doesn't. Whitemon, no. DJ finds it. However, Raven has been caught. There's Aghanim Xepter on Karl as well, so the break has been applied. This Raven is getting low, but the Sunray going to help him. DJ with the hook shot in is going to make it so they can't finish off the kill. DJ is going to die for his trouble, but it won't matter if Raven does survive, and he does. Great news out for Fnatic. But I don't think T1's necessarily done yet. I believe they still want to go.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
I gambled. You lost.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Fnatic, Masaros gonna break his smoke, does jump in anyway with the dragon form. JaCkY still around, gonna make the jump into the back lines. He goes straight after the clockwork and gets one. That's DJ gone. JaCkY popped his BKB for this, but is not gonna rush in for more, not quite yet anyway. Masaros, however, Corrosive Haze is there, and now the dagger flies in. The damage output is just way too high from this PA. JaCkY's feeling it right now. I feel like he can sense the advantage they have. 16k ahead on T1. And you can see the hesitation from Raven. He knows that he's just not ready to go for these big team fights. I mean, he's literally 7k behind the PA. It is a very, very tough time for Fnatic. He wants to try and go for that Aegis, however, JaCkky, no one picking it up yet. JaCkky, he does get it in the nick of time. Both of them just stacking on top of the Aegis. Now JaCkky gonna jump onto the backlines into Moon. KuKu not getting the stun off onto Raven. Jabz, Sunray there onto Xepter. Xepter disrupts himself up. JaCkky's coming for that Phoenix, but Jabz still alive, not being spotted yet. Now the KuKu takes out Xepter, but they are gonna lose the Phoenix in response. Do they want to jump back in? KuKu is playing around here on the river, but JaCkky jumps straight to the Cox, onto DJ. There's your overgrowth out. The Blade Mail is going to wear off on Raven. He's been left behind. He'll Spectral Dagger and just run away. They get the Corrosive Haze off, so JaCkky, he can jump back in, and he will. No crits out yet. Masaros gets a stun off into the Meteor Hammer. JaCkky stunned up. KuKu, he wants to keep going. Masaros is just gonna melt. He'll cop the crit from the PA, and Raven is not safe yet. He's in the tree line, but the Corrosive Haze is gonna get vision. He's on an ultra kill. Now out onto Moon. They want the Rampage, but Moon is gonna deny it away. He'll blink into the tree line. But this PA, it's hitting a bit too hard, John.
I came a long way.
It's looking really tough for Fnatic.
Handsome devil, aren't I?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Oh, I'd say Divine Rapier at this rate, John. It's gonna run in. Masaros smoke broken. They spotted him out. Fnatic, they have to find the right kind of jump, but it's just so hard to find. And now another smoke gonna be broken on KuKu. Spots them out. Meanwhile, JaCkky jumps in again onto DJ. Masaros in onto JaCkky, but he just throws out one stun and backs out. Now the Doom out on Jabz, canceling off the TP. It's gonna mean a secondary kill. They'd love to go after Masaros. He's gonna go into the tree line, but Xepter is not gonna be able to hit that Shadow Strike in time. But how do you fight into them now? A 24k net worth lead for T1. It's just such a dominant game.
Has been killed.
And it's the same story as last game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh boy, that Ethereal Blade just does nothing. JaCkky now just jumps back in and clears out Moon. My god. DJ gonna hook shot in. Moon's gonna buy back, but Raven, he's gone. Triple kill out for JaCkky. He's unstoppable. Onto Masaros they go. Well, tips come out from Karl. And Masaros just has to run. But this game looks very, very over. And I hate calling it early, John, but it looks very, very over.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
What?
How much?
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle
How much minus armor are they doing right now? Because you've got an Orb Destruction there, as well as the Deso, as well as the Armor Corruption, as well as the Corrosive Haze. They're sitting there with like minus 40 armor.
is under attack.
Oh, add it on. And it looks like T1, they haven't called yet on Fnatic. They're gonna try one more time. JaCkky seems to believe it is very over, and I would agree with that sentiment, but they are going to try. Karl is going to jump in with the Doom. Now your egg's gone. The dagger Moon just goes down to a dagger round from JaCkky. And they hook shot in DJ, but the GG's been called. They don't want to get massacred like this. But JaCkky, he has no remorse. He will take them out and he'll finish the Ancient off. Well, 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 T1 making it through to the lower bracket final to be up against TNC. And John, I'll tell you,